What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the difference between the Kraken trainer and the Kraken live blade. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the live blade. So the first main difference I noticed when I opened the live blade was the handle gap. So the handle gap on the live blade is a little bit smaller than the trainer. That doesn't affect the flipping at all. And honestly, I kind of like the smaller handle gap. I don't know why, it just feels a little bit nicer. Now the second thing that I noticed about the live blade is that it performs fans so much more clean. It's so much easier to pull off a fan, and it stays in this position much better than with the trainer. Now, this is fixed with the trainer, however, if you get the zippy inserts, which work a lot better, and I'll talk about them more at the end of the video. Now the third and final thing I liked about the live blade was its amazing neutral balance. This has such a more neutral balance than the handle bias trainer, and I just overall like the tuning a little bit better. It flows really well, keeps momentum great, and this is by far one of my favorite knives I have in my collection. Now enough about the live blade. Let's talk some about the trainer. Now the first thing I noticed when I got my Kraken trainer was the awful ringing sound it made when I do stuff like short stops or even just basic closing. Like, this sounds a million times better once I put these zippy inserts in, which go perfectly into the holes of the blade, than what it sounded like when it came stock. This next clip is what it sounds like when it came right out of the box, compared to what the live blade sounded out when it came right out of the box. Now the difference is huge. Like, it was such an annoying ringing sound that it just hurt my ears every time it closed, and it meant I oiled my butterfly knife way too much. When with the live blade, I can get around with not oiling as much, even though the knife pivot lube oils kind of never run out of oil anyway. Now the second thing I noticed was that the trainer has a slight handle bias to it, which is fine for like starting to learn tricks, but compared to the live blade's awesome neutral balance, I don't like the handle bias as much. It still feels great, but I find myself liking the live blade neutral bias a lot better than the handle bias that the trainer offers, which may be due to that the trainer just doesn't fan as well. Not only do these zippy inserts take away the annoying ring sound, but they also have these little weight beads that give it slightly more tip weight and make it fan so much more like the live blade variant. Overall, I personally like the feel of the live blade a lot better than I do with the trainer, but that's just my opinion. I know other people feel the same, but I feel like these zippy inserts help them feel a lot more similar. Thank you for Zippy for doing that, and it just makes the trainer feel a lot better. I was surprised at how much these zippy inserts change to the balance, and it is still slightly handle biased, but that just may be the slim cats I have on it. But I still think the live blade is the best one, but that's just my opinion. And also, my live blade, I haven't dropped as much than this, so that could just be personal preference. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this, consider subscribing and keep on cracking. See what I did there?